Well, welcome back, everybody. Just like Cloverfield, this show comes back once every 5 years.
It's true.
It's true. Slowly, we're getting back into the swing of things here at CBC. You know, the holidays always get things, I guess, messed up, and then obviously personal stuff gets in the way, but we're hopeful that we're going to nail it probably soon, maybe. I'm not sure.
So just bear with us. Like, there's a good reason for everything. Just like,
Yeah.
just keep it.
Exactly. Anyway, this is, of course, Armin. You guys can find me at Arminis, and I am here with Mitch.
What's up? You can find me at Mitch692.
And also Tristan.
Hey guys, you can find me at Control Breakers.
He's just woken up.
Yes. Yes.
So, in case people are wondering, major shout outs to our patrons. You guys got an exclusive podcast right now. You guys can go check out on Patreon for all levels of donations. And that's, of course, our 2017 wrap-up podcast. And coming right in early February, you guys will be getting the 2018 preview podcast, which, once again, that's exclusive to you guys on Patreon. Each one is over a half hour long. We really go into, I guess you could say, the highlights and missteps of, 2017 and looking at what we think is going to be the best of 2018. So I think they were pretty good shows, probably. I'm kind of biased in regards, but, we'll see, I guess. But yeah, so before we keep going on that, let's just get into the proper book the ticket right here, right now. All right, guys. Well, award season is here. The Oscars, the nominees, they're all up upon us. We know what's happening, and man, it's an interesting time in Hollywood. Certainly, there's some stuff that I think many people anticipated that didn't get nominated to what they thought they were, and then there's certainly some odd things.
You mean like Wonder Woman?
Oh yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
I didn't want to blatantly call it out, but since you mentioned it, yes.
It's just like, it's socially relevant. So, no, we don't award mediocre film. Well, I suppose actually we kind of do. Suicide Squad, but just because a film's socially relevant doesn't mean it's award worthy.
Right.
Like Lady Bird's fucking socially irrelevant. I shouldn't have said that. You can bleep that out, actually.
Nah, that's good.
Just like I forgot again. But like that's a really good movie.
Yeah.
That Wonder Woman can't even touch Lady Bird, so
and
it should never have been there anyway. So.
That's the thing. Like, people were like, it got snubbed. I was like, no, you don't understand. If Wonder Woman can get a pass, then we should go back and retroactively, like, give Captain America the first Avenger the same award. Like, come on, it's like
I mean, you could even do that for like next year's with Black Panther if you wanted to go that way.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, to be fair, like, I think Panther has got a shot just because of the costume design.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if we're just gonna try and give it a pass anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, so just
I mean, realistically, in my honest opinion, even though I'm a comic book fanboy, I don't think there's ever been a comic book movie good enough to make it even consideration for Best Picture.
Yeah. Like, I'm shocked Logan got the nod for Best Adapted Screenplay. It shouldn't be in there.
No.
Like, if anything, like, that movie should have had Stewart as a Best Supporting Actor.
Yep.
That's it. Like, the story didn't make that movie, it was the character. So.
I honestly think that part of Logan was just like they wanted a comic book movie to get something, and Logan was the one because they're like, okay, Hugh Jackman's done this for like 20 years almost. We need to give it something. What do we do? Logan, toss it into this category, I guess. Like.
And just for the record, adapted screenplay doesn't mean that it's from the comics.
Yeah.
From like the book to the movie, it's the script to the movie.
Yep.
So it's not Old Man Logan to.
Because if it was Old Man Logan to this, it would definitely not adapt it, considering they barely kept any of it.
Let's say, but like, who in the Academy is going to read Old Man Logan?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Now, I will say, though, when it comes to Best Picture, the biggest shock to me was having Blade Runner not there. Like, that seems weird to me. Because I thought it would get in there at least, but nope. Like, disappeared.
I mean, to be honest, I would swap out Blade Runner for Call Me By Your Name. I think that film is garbage. Like, it's different, and it's what it does different is really good, but as a movie, it's terrible. But yeah, I mean, but at least Blade Runner got like the technical ones. which you should get, like the cinematography and all that.
Yeah. Well, that was a given, I think, because I mean, look at that movie, just visually how it looks and everything.
So good.
Yeah, it stands out. I will say, I finally saw Shape of Water. Like my theater played it this past week, so I finally saw it. Like I'm a huge Del Toro fanboy. I think people that listen to our shows will know that. Like he is my favorite director of all time. But oh my God, was I glad it got as much as it did, because I love that movie.
The Shape of Water is like it's something special.
It is.
To be honest, like, I think if it doesn't sweep this year, I'd be surprised.
Yeah. Well, also remember there was also the year everybody was like, "All right, Mad Max Fury Road is going to sweep everything." I was like, "Why?" And then it didn't sweep.
It kind of did.
It kind of did, but not like because people thought it was honestly going to win like Best Picture. It was like, no, none of that.
God, I was so glad that movie didn't win.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, it's kind of crap.
It had its problems.
Yeah. Then again, to me, like Dunkirk, the Mad Max of this year, it's like that's just one long action scene, really. Like, does it deserve Best Picture? I haven't, no.
I haven't seen Dunkirk yet, but I did buy it this past weekend for $10 at Best Buy, so I'm gonna watch it soon. But I don't know what to expect because people have put it on such a high pedestal, and everybody that talks about it is the same people that are like, The Dark Knight is the best comic book movie ever made. And I'm just like, ooh, I don't know if I can trust you anymore.
It's like all you ever heard of Dunkirk was people go, oh, you have to see it in this because it's an experience.
Yep.
And it's just like, isn't experience Oscar worthy though? Like, yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that. Like, I think there are better movies this year, but technically it's a good movie.
I'm excited to see it now. There's also a couple other things, like obviously, Chris Nolan for Best Director, along with, like Get Out also got quite a few nominations there, which I think many people are glad about. I still haven't seen that movie. People keep telling me it's like a comedy or something. I'm like, what? I don't.
It's not a comedy. That whole thing was because the Golden Globes only do like comedy and horror, or whatever it is. So it had to be put into one or the other. And I don't think it was horror. I think it was something else. I think it was drama. And it's like, well, it's not a drama. Like, it's not a comedy either. But like the Golden Globes always have to miscategorize films because they don't do those categories. And like people going, it's not a comedy. It's not this. It's not that. And it's just like it doesn't matter. Like they're not saying it's like just calm down.
Right.
But I don't like. I really enjoyed Get Out. It is a really good movie. I don't think it should be in Best Picture. I think it's been like peer pressured into that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There's always a couple like that every year, though. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting time. What else stood out to anybody around here? I mean, visual effects. Guardians 2 got an nod. I honestly think among the movies it was nominated against, like Blade Runner, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars, War of the Planet of the Apes.
I mean, with Guardians, wasn't it the first film to be done in 8K? So I think like on a visual technical level, it kind of should be there.
Also,
it did look really good looking film.
True, and also like Ego, like the way they rendered Ego. I mean, when you see Ego from like that one shot, spoiler alert, I guess, where you see it, the entire planet and the face is formed. Like he is as detailed as when they get down to the sub level because they rendered that entire planet in one swoop. So like, dude, that alone is crazy.
He's the single biggest visual effect ever in like movie history. So like for that, I think it should kind of it deserves to be. Whether it will win, I don't know. It'd be nice if it did.
I mean, it'd be nice if it did, just because they're like Marvel Studios has an Oscar.
I'd say now instead of being 2-1, even though like I wouldn't count Heath Ledger's because it's not the DCEU.
Yeah.
But no, it's still instead of being 2-0, it's 2-1. Catching up. It's fun.
It's slow and steady. Star Wars got 4 nominations. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of gets the usual Star Wars nods. Even though I'm not sure about sound anymore, or like score. Because as good as the Star Wars score is, they're all starting to sound the same.
I'm not going to lie, I don't have a single memorable track from this Star Wars.
Like, apart from the Star Wars music, it's kind of like, what happened?
Yeah, it's like, oh, look, freaking John Williams showed up and phoned it in again, just like the last time. It's
I
cool.
mean, like, cause like, were there any like tracks that you could literally like pick out from each scene? Cause I just listened to what they're saying and what was going on in any given situation, and I just completely tuned out what was the music in the background anyway.
Yeah.
That's the problem with most things, though, isn't it? Like, that's the whole reason why people say Marvel doesn't have any scores, because they don't actually let you listen to it, because there's all talking and noises. But
I will say I was surprised at Thor Ragnarok. Like I was expecting, because it did such synthwave and the music was so unique. Like
yeah, I agree that.
like I was honestly
you got
hoping
Blade
it
Runner
would.
for that.
Yeah.
They have Blade Runner as well for that, so it's kind of. And I think Blade Runner did that synth better than.
Honestly, to me, Blade Runner, what I remember from it is looking at my friend and Shay in silence going, is this scene supposed to be silent for 15 minutes straight while...
I remember that one.
while, what's his name, wanders around the set looking for Harrison Ford for literally in real time. I was like, there is nothing happening. There is no noise. Is
but it's so... it's so good.
It is. It really is. It's insane. God. I don't know what else stood out to me. Obviously, Meryl Streep is going to get the Meryl Streep Award like every other year for lead actress. So what do you want me to say there? Like,
yeah, I would have thought that, but I don't know.
You think Shape of Water could get it? Because I think that's what I'm going for.
I think Sally Hawkins might snatch that one. Just because, like, yes, Streep normally gets it, but she didn't get it last time she was nominated. But, I don't know, it's a tough category for lead actress this year. Because like The Shape of Water was fantastic. Three Billboards was great. Margot Robbie as Tanya's like crazy good. And what's her name is Lady Bird. He was great as well. So I haven't actually seen The Post. That's the only one really. I'm kind of. There's a couple of movies I haven't seen here, but
now,
most parts in them all.
If Tanya wins, right? Does that once again, like last year, by proxy, does that make the DC films stronger? Because remember they were all like celebrating that like the DC.
What was her name? Who won that Oscar?
Was it the chick from Suicide Squad, the one that runs the Suicide Squad? What's her name? Was it Amanda Waller? Was that who won it? I can't remember.
Oh God.
I can't remember, but I remember it was hilarious online. Seeing them being like, "Yeah, another Oscar." It's like, dude, it's not what? That's not how it works.
Yeah. But I imagine you'll get the same thing. It'll be like, oh, look, Suicide Squad now has 3 Oscars. It's like, no, it has 1.
No, you fail.
And it has 1 it shouldn't even have gotten. So, yes.
That's how it works. I mean, yeah, Oscars are interesting this year. I don't know if I'm going to watch them again as so much as put it on in the background like I do every year and just be like, I'm doing other stuff.
I watch it every year. I love it.
To me, it's more like I don't like to pay attention for like 4 hours while it's just like, kind of predictable, but maybe this year it'll surprise me.
I mean, there's just so many good films this year. And it's just like, I don't know, I find it fascinating.
Here's what I really want. Sam Rockwell to take it for 3 billboards so the MCU can bring him back somehow.
But does that mean Iron Man 2 gets an Oscar?
Yeah. Dude,
Sweet. That
have
means,
you seen his dance number in Iron Man 2? The greatest of all time. I want him to come back and do a movie based on that dance number.
Also, then if that's the case, what was that short called that had him in it? The one about
All Hail the King?
Yeah. It's got an Oscar as well if he gets it.
True. Well,
that means MCU's got 3. We'll be on level pegging with the DC.
Damn. Marvel gonna sweep it this year by proxy.
Quick, get like Sally Hawkins and everyone else.
Marvel's gonna hand out contracts to everybody that wins an Oscar.
And if Willem Dafoe gets Best Supporting Actor, that means Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 have Oscars. That makes it 5, 6.
Oh yeah, Willem Dafoe is up for that for supporting actor. Yeah,
we'll be swimming in Oscars.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, Oscar talk. I assume we're going to talk about it just a little bit more because there's sure to be some controversy, as there always is regarding these things.
I mean, like there's already that Oscars so male, and it's like, have you actually looked at what's up for Best Picture?
No.
Like, at least half of the Best Pictures have female leads, and of course, there's a female specific category So I don't quite understand how Oscars say male. But
Man, you figure it out, man. Figure it out.
it's like, look, how come Logan gets one but not Wonder Woman? That well, Logan was about a little girl, so
Yeah.
your argument's like baseless again.
Mhm.
Yeah, but her name wasn't on the poster.
But her face was.
But it has to say Laura, not Logan.
But she is Logan. She's a technically.
She
she's a
is
clone.
girl Logan, damn it. So, the Cloverfield universe is interesting to say the least. I really love both of the films so far in this entry, and I'm excited for the next one, which originally was called God Particle. I assume that was the original name for it, and now, by the look of it, it might be going to Netflix, which that would be pretty insane. Like, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation that this is because he's taken Star Wars and Paramount aren't happy, so they're like just throwing it to Netflix. That's what I've read anyway. Like, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But there was talk of last year of Netflix wanting to buy a studio. So are they possibly going to buy Paramount?
That would be huge.
Maybe. It'll give them a lot more resources. And they can pump out stuff quicker.
True. And also it gives them some sort of competitor to the inevitable Disney juggernaut that's coming, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that that's going to be so. That's going to be like that Mortal Engines trailer. But instead of London, it's going to be Disney. It's just like swallowed.
Yeah. That is true.
I mean, I like the fact that it might be on Netflix. Like, it's kind of sucky that it's not going to be in theaters, but at the same time, I get to watch it at home without people around me, so it's all good.
Yeah. So the thing about it is this is going to be the third entry into Cloverfield series. It's the one about a space station, and apparently, like, Earth is going to blink out of existence or something like that from what people have talked about. And it sounds pretty interesting, and from what we know, the fourth Cloverfield movie is already going to be something about zombies or World War II and zombies. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, isn't the production name like Overlord?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. That would be
so basically Call of Duty zombies is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
A lot less teabagging, I would assume, but, you know...
I hope there's 100% more teabagging.
Just more teabags. So that's the thing. When I look at Cloverfield, it's... If you release it in theaters, right, it'll pull enough money, but Netflix just released that thing where, like, well, Bright was a really big movie for us. It helped us. I'm like, well, you guys don't ever release numbers. You could just be lying. We don't know. Like,
yeah, I saw that. It's just like, you're not actually telling us anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's all well and good you saying it did good, but if it didn't actually do that good, like, yes, it got like what 11 odd million or something like that over the first weekend, apparently. Like, that's not official numbers, but
yeah, because there's no way to track these Netflix numbers. So
yeah. And they always keep so close to the vest as well. So.
Yeah, because like you said, like the first weekend it's 11 million. Second weekend it can nosedive into 2 million.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Netflix. Like, it doesn't matter if it nosedives.
True.
Just, you haven't got that whole box office situation.
Yeah, that is true, exactly. So, well,
I don't even know how Netflix makes money apart from the subscriptions.
Yeah, I don't. Because the way you look at it, you're like, how are you guys actually still making money at all? Like, I don't.
Or wasn't there that thing that they don't actually make any profit? It's just like skirting along.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because I know Hulu makes extra money by having like tiers of like how many times you want to see ads during your streaming, hourly streaming the service. Because like they'll have like it was like $8.99 for technically few ads per episode or however many minutes you watch, and then it goes up from there. So, and I don't think Netflix has anything like that yet.
No, but they haven't got ads, so there's no need to have like a tiered ad system.
Yeah, it's a weird situation with Netflix because we don't know anything about their numbers or anything like that, and whatever they say, we just have to take them at face value for whatever they're saying. It's like, well, okay, I guess, but there's still a lot of unknown. And if Cloverfield goes there, I think that could signify like a big turning point in how some movies might want to look to release because Netflix is big. So there's,
Yeah.
I mean, if they find success with this, I don't see why other studios might not want to do that on their
Well,
own.
no,
You know?
like exactly like if this does well, and I'm hoping it does do well in this because I want the fourth one. Like this could be the kick in the ass that studios need to do, like the simultaneous theater home release that they're thinking about. So
Or maybe not even. They don't need to do simultaneous. They could do like see it in theaters. 2 weeks later, it's on digital service. There you go. It's like, oh,
yeah,
okay, I'll take
yeah.
that. You know, like
I mean, at the rate we're going, we're going to be there anyway.
good because it's about
Like,
time. You know.
it's what in the last 20 years we've gone from waiting like a year between the theater and home to now it's like 4 months,
Yeah.
if that. Pretty crazy. But yeah, like, there's ups and downs to it. Obviously, like this could tank the entire franchise, which I hope it does. Like if it does go on there, they got to give it a push. But then I suppose Cloverfield does its own marketing, really. So
Yeah, Cloverfield, just the name already gets speculation like involved with it just because of the original for what it did. So that's like one of those things. So yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about it once we find more. But I don't know, like it's weird how they're no one's heard anything about this damn movie.
no, but the marketing is just started. It doesn't help it was pushed back.
True. Yeah.
So no, we'll find out soon enough. I guess if it's going to come out on Netflix.
Right. Sooner rather than later, I would assume is the goal for that. This weekend, the box office is sure to be confusing. I don't know. There's a new Maze Runner movie, I guess.
So that's the only movie coming out really
Dude.
that I think might do something. But
So here's the thing. I haven't kept up with the Maze Runner. I watched the first one. I enjoyed it enough. I didn't watch the second one. Is there a big enough fan base for this movie? Like, I'm genuinely asking. I'm not saying this to be like, haha, I don't know. Like, it's I don't know. Like,
I'm not entirely sure how well the second one did.
yeah.
But I suppose it did well enough to get a sequel.
Well, yeah, me either. Because like the last time I heard about Maze Runner is when they were messing around with the Native American burial grounds.
Yeah.
That's why it's taken so long for this one to come out.
Oh,
But, like,
my God. So I'm reading right now. The Scorch Trial, the second one, on a budget of $60 million, made 312. Holy crap.
So then it's worth it. It's
Wow.
obviously some kind of fan base. So what did that make opening weekend?
I'm not sure. Let me look at this. Box office, grossed. North American total was 81.7 million, so probably like 20ish, I would assume. Which I think that's what predictions are on for this one. So
if it can take it, it's going to knock Jumanji down. Which I imagine actually with how well the Scorch Trials did. But then again, it's been a while, so I'm not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen no marketing for this movie.
I've seen like the trailer that runs before other movies, and that is literally like I haven't seen TV spots or anything like that. So I'm like, is this? Yeah. I don't know.
I think they've been doing some of the YouTube ads because from videos that I watched, I've seen the spot, or I think that would be the TV spot between videos I'm watching.
Well, if that's the case, then I think that because the box office last weekend just gone was The Greatest Showman post Den of Thieves, 12 Strong, and Jumanji at number one.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 19.5. Somehow that movie's still going strong. It's such an anomaly to me. It's crazy. It's a good movie, but it's just like I don't get. It's a sequel to a movie that's 20 years old. Like, how is it doing this well? But I think
it's The Rock and Kevin Hart. That's what it is.
It's got to be. But like, even the Rock's last film bombed, which is.
Yeah.
Oh, and his next one seems like it too with the Rampage.
Ooh.
I keep forgetting about that movie. Then I just see something, and it's like, oh yeah, this exists.
Isn't this the thing though? Like, I think you have to put The Rock in a comedy movie for it to be successful. Like, I don't think people want him as an action star who doesn't do his quippy one-liners and all that. You know, so
has his little smoldering look.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think The Maze Runner is probably like. I can't remember what the other film coming out this week is, but I don't think it's gonna make a dent in the top 5.
No, so, it's gonna be probably Maze Runner first, Jumanji second, whatever third. I mean, they're also re-releasing like Dunkirk and whatever else because of the Oscar noms in select theaters. So that could be pretty. Like, it's not going to break the thing, but some people are going to go and see it and be like, it's like you said, it's the theater experience. Got to see Dunkirk in theater. So it's, I don't. It's an interesting thing because, like, I'm not interested pretty much till anything up until Black Panther.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's not really much coming out between, like, the Maze Runner's probably the biggest one.
Yeah, it really is.
What other films are coming out between now and then? Like, there's going to be something, but I doubt anything's going to crack the top 5.
That's true, and it's got 3 weeks. All these movies got 3 weeks till Black Panther, and then that's sure to be the one that's like, well, here's our first 100 million and weekend of the year. So there we go.
Yeah. So for my thing next week, I'm just saying that everything gets knocked down one.
Yeah.
Like maybe actually no. Hold on. I'm gonna say the Greatest Showman stays in the top 5, but Post gets knocked out of the top 5.
I could agree with that because there's really no arguing because that's exactly how it's going to work. The 5th gets knocked out, 4th takes 5th. It's pretty much just going to be a trickle down like effect. So yeah, there's
because I've heard nothing on 12 Strong and Den of Thieves either.
So here's what I heard of 12 Strong. Chris Hemsworth is god awful in it, and Thor is saving his career, which makes sense because that's every movie I've seen him in is the same thing.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah,
he gets all these roles, and it's just like, you're a good actor, but like, he is basically the new Gerard Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did one film people liked, and now he hasn't had a movie people liked in like 7-8 years.
You know what I've realized about him though? And I don't know if did you guys watch the Ghostbusters reboot?
Yeah.
Because I think he honestly is pretty good at comedic timing. Like I think
he's a really funny
good
guy.
comedic actor. So I think instead of trying to shove him into that Gerard Butler sexy man, look at him shirtless role, put him into comedic roles because he does that wonderfully in Thor Ragnarok, and people love him in that more than anything. So it's like
it's also like exactly why him and Taika are talking about Thor 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, I can't do anything else. Let's just stick with Thor.
Yeah,
I can do that real well.
Yeah, it's like people like it. I'm now no longer bored of this role, so let's why not?
It's true.
I won't complain. I want more Thor movies. So.
Oh, yeah. How can you not want more Thor? I mean, those movies were great, especially the last one is really awesome. So it is what it is. So I guess that brings us to the end of that and the end of the podcast. So 3 topics. That's pretty good to bring it back. Yeah. Hopefully people listened this far, and now they're listening to me mumble through this. So.
I mean, it's only a half hour. It's a short one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We did the Oscar talk. Going to piss off some Wonder Woman fans. We did the Cloverfield talk. Going to piss off Netflix fanboys. Is there such a thing?
I don't know. Do they exist?
Well, yeah, because they're the guys that are like, Marvel is going to ruin their shows because they're not on Netflix. It's like, dude, ABC makes the Netflix shows. Shut up. Like.
Oh yeah, those people.
Yeah. They don't understand how it works. They think Netflix literally, like Netflix, the guy makes all the shows. So
it can only be good if it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Mr. Netflix, save us, please.
Mr. Netflix, come direct everything for Marvel. And then box office talk. Surely there will be one fanboy of the Maze Runner books that's like, you guys don't understand how epic this is. This is the greatest thing that's ever been made, and it's going to make 80 million this weekend.
And you're racist if you don't think it is. So.
Oh, that's true. all of us non-diverse American people on this podcast.
Well.
Yep.
I should stick to my British films.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm going to stick to my Eastern European stuff, like snuff films or whatever the hell I'm into, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I could stick to white films.
Tristan representing all the whites in the U.S. People. Yep. So thanks for joining us for another podcast, guys. We will see you next time. And until then, go book the ticket. Maybe. I don't know if you're interested in Maze Runner. I don't know. Or save that money and book the ticket for Black Panther, which you probably already did because most people have. So there you go.